So, you've finally come to the decision that you want to be a coach. You are ready to start building your online empire and living the life of your dreams while helping other people to change their lives. That is amazing. So, where do you get started? How do you begin? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So, let us get down to business and get to talking. Now, first thing I'd like to go over is why a coaching business? There are so many other ways to make money online. You can open an Amazon store and sell things. You can drop ship, sell things. You can do arbitrage and sell things on eBay, Shopify, Amazon, whatever you'd like. You can get into affiliate marketing. You can get into closing and taking sales calls for other people's programs. So why coaching exactly? Have you thought about that? Have you really dug deep to make sure this is the way you want to go? Because starting a coaching business, it's not the easiest way to get started online. It's the most fulfilling, in my opinion. But it's not the easiest. I know because I've done it. I've built my own coaching business, and I'm still growing it. So, you know the other options. You've done your exploring of them. You're ready to be a coach. Here's the first things that you've got to figure out on how to do. Now, look, this video is going to be fairly general. Okay, I'm not going to be able to go into a lot of detail on some of these steps. There will be future videos concerning these steps. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That way you can know when these new videos come out and you can get a deeper understanding of these next steps. So the first thing you've got to figure out when you want to be a coach is, what are you going to coach on? What do you plan to teach? Now, a lot of people, they don't know. I talk to a lot of people, man, I want to be a coach. I want to get started with this, but I'm not sure exactly what to coach. What do I do? Well, if that really is a question that you've got, please mention it down in the comments. Find me on Facebook. Let's talk. I have things to help with finding that. But really, you need to dig into yourself and find, what do you want to teach? What's the difference between a coach and a consultant? Do you want to coach or do you really want to consult? Now, essentially, how to set these businesses up is the same thing, but you need to understand the difference between the two. So, a consultant gives advice and tells people what to do. Right? As a sales consultant, I go into people's sales processes, look over their funnels, their webinars, their email sequences, their sales scripts, and I let them know, here's some things that are causing a problem. Here's some things you need to change in order to make this better. That's a consultant. I look at where they are. I say, here's what you need to fix. As a coach, on the other hand, instead of telling people how to fix it, you ask the questions to help them find their solution. You coach on something that you know and you understand how to do. You already know the solution and the way to go. But instead of just saying, hey, this is why and how you need to do this, you ask questions to help lead them. You coach them as to where to go. Yes, there's some advice giving, for sure. Yes, there are some places where you just need to say, hey, you know what, don't do that way anymore. Do it this way instead. But the majority of the time, you're asking questions. Why are you doing it this way? How long have you been doing it this way? Has this way gotten you the results you wanted? What other things have you tried? What would you like to try? Help them talk themselves through it. This creates a deeper connection and helps that person come to a more solidified solution to their problem. As a consultant, you're going to give advice. You're going to tell them, here's what you need to be doing. Here's why. And they're going to say, okay, cool. I'm going to implement it by... There's no connection. There's no anything else. You've given them their advice. You're paid the one time, it's over. As a coach, most of the time, you're going to spend more time with the person, really helping them dig into the depths of what they're doing and why and how to get the results that they're looking for based on what you're coaching. So now that you have found what you're going to coach on, you've gone through the process of deciphering whether you're a coach or a consultant and what it is you're going to teach. Now you need to define your target audience. Now look, I work primarily in mindset right now. I help businesses, entrepreneurs, other people who are starting businesses or want to start businesses online, and I help them to get their mindset where it needs to be in order to blow past that 10K a month mark and to be able to start making some real money online and living the life that they want. And I do that through mindset training. Now, as a mindset coach, I can teach anybody. I really can. The information that I teach, which is information from Bob Proctor, by the way, it's not mine. This is somebody else's. It's been proven for years. I did not create it. But the information can help anybody and anywhere, from a 9-to-5 employee to a high school student to an 80-year-old woman who's trying to start a business. It doesn't matter. I can help anybody. Somebody who owns a construction business, a lawyer, an accountant, somebody who's in affiliate marketing. It helps it all. But if I try to target my message and talk to all of these different types of people, I'm really not talking to anybody. Nobody is going to feel like they're understood, because one message sounds like, okay, well, I like where he's going there, and that one has absolutely nothing to do with me. That one's who the hell is this guy talking to, right? People get confused. You need to narrow down, who do you need to be talking to? Right? You've got to find that. Break it down. Is it men or women who have the problem that you're fixing the most? What you're going to coach on, who needs it most? Is it men, women? Do they have a specific age range that they fall into where this should be, where they're at in life? Do they need to have a specific income bracket because it's got something specifically to do with how to grow beyond a certain point like I do? Right? What are the requirements needed? Who are you talking to? Now, if you can talk to multiple different people, you need to pick one that you feel you connect with and then start narrowing down from there. Right? I personally like to work with salespeople or people who are coaches and program owners themselves to help them to grow, because I connect with them very well. So most of my messaging is geared towards sales, closing, how to connect with people properly, these kinds of things, because this is who I'm talking to. These are the people that I want coming to me saying, hey, help me. Find out who you're talking to. Dig down into them. Once you define your target audience, you know who it is that you're talking to and how you need to speak to them. Now you need to put together your results. So here's what you're going to coach on. I teach mindset specifically. That's what I do the majority of my coaching on, mindset and sales. Now when it comes to the mindset training, I know my ultimate result is to help them get past $10,000 a month. That's their end result. I know that is what I am going to get them to if they follow my process properly. What's your best result? What is it that working with you is going to give somebody? What is the absolute best case scenario? They follow everything that you do perfectly. This is where they're going to be. You need to be able to clearly define that. Right? Again, there are plenty of help online on how to go about doing that. I may make a video later on specifically how to do some of these things. If you would like to see that video, be sure you write down in the comments what it is that you'd like to see a video built about. I read all of my comments myself. Now, once you've defined what it is that your end result can be, now you need to put together your offer. You need to define your offer not in the way you see it. You need to define it based on who you're talking to. Too many people go out and they say, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do, and they tell people this is what you need. They don't tell people, here's what hear you saying you need. Right? This is why you need to define your audience. You need to know who you're talking to. What major problems do they have, and how does your solution fix it? You need to be able to clearly put those things together and articulate them about whatever you're coaching on. If you can't, you're going to cause confusion with those that you're trying to target and who you're talking to, because they may not understand that that fits their problem, because they're looking to buy what they want. You're trying to sell them what they need in order to have what they want. You need to speak to what they want. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I mention 10K or more. I help people get past 10K a month because I know people want 10K a month. They don't know for sure how to get there sometimes. But that's what they're trying to get to, is beyond $10,000 a month in their online business. I speak to what they want. What they need is their mindset shifted and to learn to see some things in a different way. But I can't say that because they don't understand that's what's holding them back yet. I got to speak to what they want. You got to put your message together and put your offer together based on what they want. And the more complex their want is, the more time that want takes, the more expensive you can charge. Now, I say the more time it takes, the more expensive you charge. There are plenty of things that you can do in much less time that you can charge very large amounts for because they are extremely intricate, personalized, and specific. The more specific your problem is, the more precisely targeted the problem is that you solve and the message you can convey on that, the more of a premium level you can price your program at. Now, all of this can be refined and worked with as you go. You're going to grow and learn and shift things around. Do not wait to get started until you have all of this perfect. Start by defining your audience a bit. Work your way down to deciding exactly what you're going to coach on. Then put together your best result. Start working on your offer and start talking to those people now. Don't wait until you've got most of this put together before you think you can start talking to people. You're going to learn what people want, listening to what they say. You're going to learn more about, am I speaking to the right people, based on the responses you're going to get from the people that are getting your message. If you're not getting responses from the people you want or expect, you may need to check your messaging. Shift it around. You're speaking the wrong language at that point. Once you have your offer defined, you've got your first draft put together, now you need to begin pre-selling. Now, here is a big one that I see a lot of people fail at, and why the majority of coaches fall. They spend months figuring out their target audience, sending out messages to that target audience, building a Facebook group that talks about their problems and what they can do for them, and then they can't get anything to sell. They spend 3-4 months planning, building, putting together videos, putting together materials. They put all this time into it just to go out and open the doors. And all the great responses that they got, nobody's willing to pay for that particular solution. And now they put in all this time for no reason. Pre-sell your program. Start talking to people today. If you want to be a coach, take this challenge. Start talking to people today. Start putting out messages based on who it is you want to talk to and what results you can get for them, and see what kind of responses you get. Start doing your research on what people want, how they're responding to it. You can refine and change up any of this stuff that you come up with at first as you go. It's like a Rubik's Cube. Right? You ever play with a Rubik's Cube and you can get it all put together, but that one damn spot that's on the complete opposite side, you can't figure out how to get it? Right? This is how marketing is. This is how building a coaching program is. It's a jumbled up Rubik's Cube right now. It's all a mess. What you've got to do is make a turn here to get a little bit closer. Okay, that message is working. Let's use it. That one's working. Now we're going to turn here. Okay, look, I got people who are actually interested. Now I'm going to turn here and look, I'm starting to get some of these colors together. People are actually wanting to talk to me about this. Now I'm going to make a couple turns here and holy cow, look, people are trying to schedule calls with me. Get on the phone. Make those first couple of sales. As soon as somebody says, here's my number, here's my credit card number, take my money, I want to work with you, you say, congratulations on making an absolutely amazing choice to change your life. I'm going to send you over an email with some instructions. We will get started in a couple of weeks. Now you've got that time to start putting together the first 2 sessions of what you're going to teach and how you're going to do it. You can get a coach like myself to walk you through and coach you through this process for yourself to make it faster, do a little bit less of the marketing, testing, and playing around and jumbled stuff. You can go to somebody like myself, others that I know, that can help you to go through this process a little bit more clearly and a little bit faster. However, this is the process that's required in order to make it work. So, while you're setting up calls, while you are working on building all of this stuff, you're refining your offer, you're playing with all this stuff, start writing your program out. Start getting it wrote out in bullet points. Session 1, we got to cover this. Session 2, we got to cover this. Session 3, we got to cover, you know what, hold on, that needs to be covered first. Shift it around. Now Session 3 becomes Session 1 and Session 1 becomes 2. Shift it around, do what you need to do. But make sure you've got it logically in order where you need it to be. Start writing it out. Now, as you get bullet points written out, now when people come to you and they want to talk, you've already got a good idea of where you're going. You haven't even actually built a program yet. You haven't put anything together, recorded any videos, actually made materials for it, but you've got it in writing. So when somebody jumps on board, you're ready to start. Okay, people are paying me for it. They actually want this. Here's how we're going to do it. And you piece it together. Work it out as you go. You will refine your process. You will get better at your process. You will refine your marketing message. You will refine your target audience. You may completely change something of it and realize, hey, I was talking to the complete wrong people who need this. I need to talk to these people over here and damn near start over with that portion of it. That's okay. It's going to take determination. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take pushing through some of these things. Look, my first couple of coaching programs were not great. They didn't do, massive amounts of money. I think I made, $3,000 off of my first one. Right? It's okay though. I sold five positions in it, and I was only charging $200 because I didn't think my information was worth as much. I sold 5 slots before I ever even started the program. Every now and then, it's still up and running. Every now and then, I get another customer, I get another client, comes into the Facebook group, says, ooh, I like this, and they join up. All right, still there. It's just videos now, not live classes, but now it's put together. Now it is what it is. It wasn't great, but I learned from it, and now I talk to different people about different things because I learned that's where I need to go. You will learn it as you go. It'll be much faster if you have a mentor to do it. Now, I'm not saying that just because I want you to contact me. I mean, I do, admittedly, because I know what I can do works, but there are plenty of other people out there that have processes that work as well. I'm telling you, get a mentor to follow because it will cut the time down and the stress down in how long it takes you to get through these steps in order to make you money, to help you become successful, to help you get that fulfillment from helping people to change their lives in a way that profits everybody involved, you and your prospects. So look, most of this has been very generalized information, like I said it would be. You can take these steps, you can begin getting started on them, you can do searches on YouTube. I'm sure you can find other videos that can talk about how to do some of these specific steps. If you'd like me to put together how I do them, please shoot a comment down below. I might put a video together if the subject's large enough, or maybe I'll just respond and give you a simple answer. I read all my own comments. So, starting a coaching business is not the easiest business to start online. However, as I said earlier, I do believe it is the most fulfilling. It is the most gratifying online business that I've ever been involved in. And I've been involved in quite a few. So, really looking forward to talking with you, looking forward to reading your comments. I'm Don Stratton, Godfather of Sales, and we'll see you in the next one.